you wondered what world leaders say to each other? Not in front of the camera, but in private. What do they say to each other in their private messages and social media chats? Well, now we know, thanks to a major blunder at the White House. US officials mistakenly added a journalist to a top-secret group. And in this group, they posted their war plans. That's right. The group was called Houthi PC Small Group. PC stands for Principal Committee. It's a group of America's senior-most security officials. This chat was created on a messaging platform called Signal. Think of it as WhatsApp, but safer. The group included some of Donald Trump's top officials like Vice President J.D. Vance, Secretary of State Marco Rubio, Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth, and National Security Advisor Mike Waltz. It was Waltz who added this journalist to the group. His name is Jeffrey Goldberg. The journalist, he's the editor-in-chief of The Atlantic. He was added to the group on March 11th. And what happened next will blow your mind. These American officials were discussing US policy against the Houthis, whether to attack them, how to attack them, and when to attack them. Apparently, Trump had given them a clear order. He wanted to go after the Houthis, to clear the Red Sea shipping lanes by force, but Vice President J.D. Vance was not convinced. In this group, he deviated from Trump's message. Let me quote from what he posted. "I'm not sure the president is aware how inconsistent this is with his message on Europe right now. There's a further risk that we see a moderate to severe spike in oil prices." So J.D. Vance was not in favor of this attack. He felt like it was like America bailing out the Europeans. Why the Europeans? Because they use the Red Sea a lot. It is the shortest route from Asia to Europe. So Vance wanted to delay the strike, but Pentagon chief, the American defense minister essentially, Pete Hegseth, disagreed. He wrote that waiting around meant a lot of risks. For starters, what if the plan got leaked? Which is a brave thing to say after mistakenly putting a journalist on your top secret group. Anyway, Hegseth was all in. He said only the Americans could pull off such an operation, and looks like he convinced the VP. Listen to this exchange.
At Pete Hegseth, if you think we should do it, let's go. I just hate bailing out Europe again.
VP, I fully share your loathing of European freeloading. It's pathetic. But Mike, US NSA, is correct. We are the only ones on the planet who can do this. Nobody else even close.
The final word came from Trump's close advisor. His name is Stephen Miller. He said Trump had given the green light, but he wanted Europe to pay up for this operation, meaning the US will restore Red Sea shipping. In return, they would get some economic benefits or payments. Now we cut to March 15. Pete Hegseth posted America's war plans on the group, like which targets would be hit, what weapons would be used, and the sequence of the attacks. Let me repeat that. America's defense secretary posted war plans on a messaging app. J.D. Vance replied to it, saying that he would pray for victory. And a few others chimed in with a prayer emoji. Yes, the same one that all of us use. Hegseth announced that the first bombs would drop at 1:45 p.m. Eastern Time, and on cue the strikes began. Soon the congratulations poured in. Look at the message by National Security Advisor Mike Waltz, a fist bump emoji, an American flag emoji, and a fire emoji. It's like a teen reacting to his favorite TV show. After seeing all this, the journalist exited the group, the Signal group, and he wrote to these top US officials. He asked them whether it was a real group or not. And yesterday, the White House confirmed that it was. You can imagine the horror and shame. The Americans are supposed to be intelligence experts. They topple regimes for fun, yet they couldn't keep their chats to themselves. Naturally, the White House is on the defensive. Donald Trump says he has no idea about the incident.
I don't know anything about it. I'm not a big fan of The Atlantic. To me, it's a magazine that's going out of business. I think it's not much of a magazine, but I know nothing about it. You're saying that they had what?
They were using Signal to coordinate on sensitive materials and
having to do with what? Having to do with what? What were they talking about?
With the Houthis.
The Houthis? You mean the attack on the Houthis? Well, it couldn't have been very effective because the attack was very effective, I can tell you that.
Pentagon Chief Pete Hegseth is also being dismissive. He says no war plans were discussed.
You're talking about a deceitful and highly discredited so-called journalist who's made a profession of peddling hoaxes time and time again, to include the hoaxes of Russia, 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 or the fine people on both sides hoax, or suckers and losers hoax. So this is the guy that peddles in garbage. This is what he does.
A couple of things stand out in this fiasco. Number one, Trump officials are taking things too lightly. Signal is used to plan meetings and discussions, but not to reveal top secrets. It shows a level of carelessness in the White House. Number two, turns out top secret chats are much like our chats. Emojis, rants, and the occasional all caps. Even the group name is not official. It was simply called Houthis PC Small Group. And finally, point number three, the hatred for Europe is real. It's not some made-up campaign strategy. Trump officials are genuinely fed up with Europe. They accused Europe of freeloading, and they called Europe pathetic. It's not clear where this controversy will head next. The Democrats are calling for an investigation, but the White House wants to move on quickly. I guess the lesson here is clear. If you're a journalist, get on Signal and watch out for invites. The next one could come from the White House.